Hello, I'm going to start with longitudinal bone growth, where primarily in long bones like those in your arms and legs. Why? To increase the length of these bones, which is crucial for overall height growth. Next, I have appositional bone growth, where in all types of bones, including long bones, flat bones like those in your skull, short bones like those in your wrists and ankles, and irregular bones like vertebrae. Why? To increase the thickness and strength of bones regardless of their type. It's essential for adapting to increased stress or weight. Layers of bones, and I apologize if I butcher these. First, I have periosteum, the outer fibrous covering of the bone. It's made of two layers, an outer fibrous layer and an inner osteogenic layer. Functions: protects the bone, contains cells that help in bone growth and repair, provides attachment points for tendons and ligaments, contains blood vessels that supply nutrients to the bone. Next, I have compact bone, the dense hard layer found beneath the periosteum. It's made of tightly packed osteons. Functions: provides strength to the bone, protects the inner bone structures, supports the body, and withstands mechanical stress. Next, I have spongy bone, the dense hard layer found beneath the periosteum. It's made of a network of bony struts called trabeculae. Functions: reduces the overall weight of the bone, provides support and resists stress, contains red bone marrow which produces blood cells. Trabeculae are arranged to provide pathways for nutrients to reach bone cells. Next, I have endosteum, a thin membrane that lives in the inner surfaces of the bone, including the medullary cavity, the hollow space inside the bone, and the trabeculae of a spongy bone. Functions: contains cells that are involved in bone growth, repair, and remodeling, provides nutrients to the bone tissue. And I printed this guy here to help me. Flat bone, long bone, regular bone, short bones. Next, I have bone cells and their roles. First, I have osteoblast, role, bone formation. Function: secrete bone matrix. Osteoblasts produce and secrete the organic components of the bone matrix, collagen, and other proteins, which becomes mineralized. They trigger the deposition of calcium phosphate, leading to the hardening of bone tissue. Once osteoblasts are surrounded by the matrix they've secreted, they differentiate into osteocytes. This is like my 10th take, and I feel like I forgot how to read. Next, I have osteoclasts, role, bone resorption. Function: osteoclasts break down bone tissue to release minerals like calcium phosphate into the blood. This process is essential for bone remodeling, repair, and calcium homeostasis. Secretion enzymes and acids. They secrete enzymes and acids that are dissolve the mineral components of a bone and degrade the collagen matrix. Third, I have osteocytes, role, bone maintenance and homeostasis. Function: osteocytes help maintain the bone matrix by recycling calcium and other minerals. They communicate with osteoblasts and osteoclasts to coordinate bone remodeling. Osteocytes can sense mechanical stress and signal to osteoblasts and osteoclasts to adjust bone density structure accordingly. I thought I printed something for this, but this shows me some cartilage. I guess I'm not there yet. Medullary cavity, spongy bone, but have that there. Okay, now I have longitudinal bone growth, endochondral ossification. This is how bones grow longer, and it happens at the epiphyseal plates, growth plates, near the ends of long bones. How it works. Cartilage growth. Special cartilage cells divide and grow, pushing the bone ends further apart. Cartilage replacement. The cartilage is then replaced by bone tissue. Growth plate closure. This process continues until adulthood, when growth plates close and bone lengthening stops. I have appositional bone growth. This is how bones grow wider or thicker. It can happen throughout life. New bone layers. Bone cells called osteoblasts add new layers of bone tissue to the outside of the bone. Bone resorption. At the same time, the other bone cells called osteoclasts remove bone from the inner surface, which widens the central cavity. Result, this process increases the bone's diameter and thickness, making it stronger. And then I did print this out here. Fetus, child, adult. Shows me blood vessel, compact boned, but you can see it growing. Bone growth supports development, healing, and maintenance. First, I have development, formation of the skeleton. During embryonic development in childhood, bone strength is crucial for forming the entire skeletal structure. Longitudinal growth. Growth occurs at the epiphyseal plates, in long bones, allowing bones to lengthen. Chondrocytes proliferate, mature, and are replaced by bone tissue, pushing the epiphysis away from the diaphysis. Appositional growth. Bones also grow in width through appositional growth, where osteoblasts in the periosteum deposit new bone tissue on the outer surface, while osteoclasts reabsorb bone on the inner surface to enlarge the medullary cavity. Next, I have healing, fracture repair. When a bone fractures, the healing process involves several stages of bone growth and remodeling. Blood clots form at the fracture site. Fibroblasts and chondroplasts migrate to the fracture site and produce a soft callus made of collagen and cartilage. Osteoblasts convert the soft callus into a bony callus made of a spongy bone. Osteoclasts and osteoblasts remodel the bony callus into compact bone, restoring the bone's original shape and structure. Maintenance, bone remodeling. Throughout life, bone tissue is constantly remodeled by osteoblasts and osteoclasts. This process maintains mineral homeostasis. Bone serves as a reservoir for calcium and phosphate. Bone remodeling releases the minerals into the bloodstream when needed and incorporates them into bone when levels are high, maintaining mineral balance. Adaptation to stress. Bone can adapt in structure to withstand mechanical stress. Weight-bearing exercise stimulates osteoblasts to deposit more bone tissue, increasing bone density and strength. Conversely, lack of activity can lead to bone loss. In summary, bone growth is essential for skeletal development, fracture repair, and continuous maintenance of bone tissue, ensuring that bones remain strong, healthy, and able to support the body throughout life. And that finishes it. Had all my notes written down. Let's turn this one out. You can't see that one very well. Have this one. It says bone growth. Bone collar, periosteum, blood vessels. It's kind of like the other ones. I was trying to look for different kinds of printouts that I could study as I'm reading these. This one helped me the most. And then so did this one as well. All right, well, that's it. Thank you.